iconic on the first try.
Welcome back to the Hearthstone Global
Oh,
Games.
shit.
We're in
Commercial.
The final stretches
You would think that I would know by now to mute the volume on Twitch before.
Yeah, I didn't hear it, so that's wonderful because I can't hear it.
Yeah, you're not hearing the audio. They definitely heard it. It's all right. They got a little free Hearthstone advertisement, Stone Hearth.
Nice. That's all right. I'm getting the Dallas Cowboys ad against the New York Giants for some reason. It's very strange.
Anyway, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be the second ever, first official, kind of branded now, Game Genie Run, son!
Game Genie Run.
So basically what this version of the stream is me and Steve avenging our childhood by putting in a bunch of Game Genie cheat codes and mollywopping games we never beat.
Only the ones that are ridiculously impossible. Like you saw Friday the Friday the 13th one that we did. You can't beat Jason without it. If you haven't seen that clippable moment, go to youtube.com/Danny Axel Sunday.
Wait, youtube.com/C/Danny Axel Sunday. Boom.
If you just put in the if you don't put in the C, it still goes there.
Oh, does it? All right. Well, that's
just for some reason they just put that in there.
All right. Well, whatever. Let's go. We playing Nightmare on Elm Street. All right, Stevie. Give me the good codes. What are we doing?
So we're getting the good codes. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. Give me like infinite lives.
Okay. So here's the ones that we got. We got infinite lives. We got ones that bump out our continues, but if you got infinite lives, you don't need to worry about continues. We got don't lose your Z's when hit. Also, don't you lose your Z's when standing still. Lose your Z's quicker, which I don't know why.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. See, like here's the thing. This game, I don't necessarily want codes that will fundamentally change gameplay. You know what I mean? Like I want to play the game as intended. I just want to be motherfucking invincible. So in this game, I think that
jumping teenagers though.
Mega Jumping Teenagers. I mean, it's called Mega Jumping Teenagers though.
It's my favorite post-grindcore band ever.
What do you think? What's your thought process on Mega Jumping Teenagers?
It's not Negasonic War Teenage Warhead, but you know we'll go with it.
Is that too fundamental a change to the gameplay?
Let's stick with just infinite lives. If it feels like it's not enough, then we'll go with it. All right, here we go. Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Give me the code.
SUELSUVS. Welcome to Spelling with Stephen James.
All right, so that's SUELSUVS.
Indeed.
Correct. All right, enable now. Add sheet, and let's go.
Do it.
Yeah, this game, what's cool about this one, this is nowhere near, I'm going to just say it flat out right away to start. This is nowhere near as good as Friday the 13th. Like, I actually have love for Friday the 13th as a game. I think it's underrated. I think it gets on a lot of worst of lists when this game is 1,000 times worse, and I don't understand why this isn't on those lists instead. But this game has some coolness to it. You know, like they tried for some things. You got some varied boss fights with Freddy, where like he turns into slightly different versions of himself, and that's all well and good. And as you can see, it's up to 4 players, which at the time was pretty cool, man. If you could get 4 heads and that like little Nintendo multi-tap thing.
Oh my! I don't know anyone who ever owned the original multi-tap.
Yeah. It's like it was like, wait, no. Was it the V-shaped one, or is that? I'm thinking of PlayStation.
The V-shaped PlayStation one because it had the slots for the memory cards too.
Right. What was the one? I don't even remember what it looked like. But I remember there was a gimmick though to get 4 players. But anyway, I've never beaten this game. I've never come close to beating this game. So fuck it. We got infinite continues. Let's go in. All right, here we go. I'm punching snakes. What's up with these games having me punching fucking monster beasts right up in the jump?
Starting right away. I like the Lycra jumpsuit that we have on.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's the 80s, but...
As you can see, like, what the fuck does this have to do with Nightmare on Elm Street?
Snakes, yeah. I don't know. Do we know who this is supposed to be?
Nondescript fucking lycra jumpsuit man. That's his official name.
Yeah. All right, lycra jumpsuit man.
I will say that I like the music.
I wouldn't know.
God damn it! I keep forgetting. You can't hear no sound. All you get to hear is the sound of my voice.
Yep, and clicking.
One day we'll get it figured out nice. Well, you know what?
Someday.
Oh my God! I already wish I had.
Maybe that mega jump might have been the thing.
Megasonic Teenage Jumper. Got it.
Oh, okay. Good.
Okay.
Oh, there's a bathroom break thing down there.
Okay, those I believe. I don't know if those are. Some of them keep you awake longer. I don't know what this does. Maybe make you faster. Whoa, jumps. Oh my God! Already it begins.
Hashtag sensitivity.
Yeah. All right.
But
So
okay.
if you can't tell from the visual, this game is floaty as fuck. This is a real hard game to like stay alive in.
Kind of has a strange Castlevania-like feel, though.
Yeah. Like it's like really shitty Castlevania.
Yeah.
That's fair. So if I remember correctly, and Stevie, I don't know if you pulled up the walkthrough, but you know that you might want to.
Should I? Okay.
Yeah, you know how these fucking games go, man.
Right,
Okay, so when you lose all your health, you fall asleep. Boom,
Which
blast.
is the realm of Freddy.
Right. And as you see now, the little snake men have Freddy heads on them instead. And there's ghosts, apparently. So what you're trying to do is, I think when you're in the awake world, you're trying to collect bones. Oh, it looks like you can collect them in the sleep world, too. So these are Freddy's bones. So I think it, like, loosely follows the plot of Part 3, where you're trying to, like, bury his bones in hollowed ground, because you got to lay his spirit to rest.
Jeez.
I don't know if you're up on your Freddy lore. I mean, I'm over here. I'm over here downplaying it like I'm not up on my Freddy lore. Literally, I could tell you everything. There's like all these the dream demons and how he got his powers. This is a whole lot of bullshit, and I'm up on all that shit because I fucking love this series. It's funny because I've been kind of wrapped up in Halloween because the new one came out, and so I watched the first one with my sister because she'd never seen it before, and so I just been kind of Halloween and like crazy lately, and it's been a lot of fun to reconnect with that film franchise. And so as a standalone film, I'm pretty comfortable saying that Halloween is my favorite slasher movie. But overall, as a series, man, I love Nightmare on Elm Street. I think it's the let's see, Infinite Lives, yes sir. I think it's the most consistent series in terms of like the movies having interesting plots, and some are like better than others, and some are like cheesier than others. But like the timeline of like Halloween, let's say, is so fucking convoluted that by comparison, the Freddy franchise actually makes some kind of sense.
Yeah, it's connected in some way. Like, while you might not like some of the movies, at least they kept some of the core values the same the whole time. Get that boombox.
So that's what I was about to ask you. Should we try to wake up right now?
I don't know. According to this, it says the best strategy is to hope that the first house you enter is the house you start in front of. If you manage that, you're off to a good start. Once you go into a house, your objective is to collect all the white bones scattered throughout the levels. The amount required is indicated in the middle of the screen below the title of the game. Once you've collected all the bones, a sound will be played signifying that you've collected all the bones required to progress to the next part of the house to fight the boss. Don't forget to pick up the Dream Warrior icons. They're always lurking.
Dream Warrior icons. That's what that's supposed to be?
That we saw, yeah. Oh, you're fighting Freddy.
Yeah, he's getting mollywopped.
Oh, he punched him away.
All right, fuck it. I'm getting the boombox. So it doesn't matter if we're awake or asleep, is what you're telling me.
I don't know. Beware as you play, there's a red bar that depletes over time. This bar is your sleep meter. Standing in place drops the sleep meter faster. Once your sleep meter, which is, by the way, is an awesome tension mechanic. Just standing there and it goes away, you know? So it punishes you for waiting. So either way, you're going to be fucked.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, I got to say, right now, I will admit it, being invincible is making me enjoy this game a lot more. Because the controls suck dick. Like, but without the fear of death, like, and just being able to get in there and go ham, I'm like, okay, let's do this. I've always thought, and that's kind of why it's cool that we're doing this, I've always thought that this is a completely, like, acceptable way to, like, experience some of these older games. Because it's like, they were so hard and so, like...
People were just happy to have them. it didn't matter if you beat them. It was just like, oh man, this is a cool thing. Like that blinking wall right there, when you're fucking like 6 and you're used to Pong, like that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's enough for you.
I mean, you know me. I was so obsessed with Freddy that like I was really. Oh God, I gotta get in there and get some shots. I was really terrified of Freddy. Like, and I had, like, I don't know. I guess I still am like that. I enjoy a good scare. I kind of like that feeling of like that loss of agency where you kind of like feel like, you know. I dig that. And oh come on.
Freddy's the one that's more cerebral because he attacks you. You could relate. You know, a dream god essentially kills you in your dreams, and everyone has to fall asleep.
Yeah. That always rocked me. That always rocked me when I was a kid. So wait, did we get all the bones in that place? Did you notice?
I don't know. I mean, you fought the boss, right?
All right, so that must mean we got all the bones, and they want to let me go back in. So I'm assuming we already did right there. Okay,
Yeah.
so
And you have so.
I'm gonna backtrack to see if that other house opened up. Fuck you, snakes. Yeah, I loved Freddy as a kid, and like I had a Freddy doll that used to scare the shit out of me. Once I saw part 3, oh my god. Once I saw part 3, and there's that scene where the doll cuts itself down. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And, and like he grows from the foot of the bed. Like it took me like 4 years to get a decent night's sleep because I would just every night I would lay down and just imagine Freddy growing from the foot of my bed, and I would like stare at this fucking Freddy doll that I had, and it got to the point where I was so scared that I would hide the doll in like different places around the house, and then I would. But here's the thing about that: it would totally backfire on me because I would hide the doll and.
He was, yeah.
Well, no, I would hide the doll in all these different places in the house, right? But then inevitably my mother would find the doll and put it back in my room. And so then I would creep myself the fuck out because I'd be like, yo, how the fuck did this dog get in this room? I put this shit in the closet in the hallway. Nah. And like I was...
after you fell asleep, probably. So you're like, oh, shit.
It was so bad. It was so bad. And she would just do me like that every time. And I'd be like, fuck. And so this dance went on for a couple of years until eventually I just threw the fucking doll away because I was like, I can't take it. It's scaring the shit out of me. And yet somehow this grew into like, you know, that's my favorite guy. I love Freddy, you know.
He's the Spider-Man of horror films, horror fiends.
He's just got so much personality. Like
much personality, so much humor, but still terrifying. It's hard to balance being really funny and being really scary.
Well, and it's funny because Annie, my girlfriend Anastasia, she fucking hates Freddy. Like,
really?
she enjoys the movies, like she's digging the movies, but she thinks he's a fucking asshole. Like, because she gets into more of like what he actually is about and like what he's doing to these people, and like she thinks he's like real fucking sleazy, you know. And it's really funny because like I've never seen anyone have like a genuine reaction to him before because we all know him so much, you know. He's so like just an iconic part of horror fiction that you don't even think about that he's a fucking child murderer, fucking, you know, molester asshole, you know. It's really interesting. But she has like fresh eyes on all that, so she's been watching these movies kind of for the first time, you know.
Did it get him in Russia?
I think it just was never her thing, and you know how it is. You kind of have to be sort of indoctrinated into it. Somebody has to like.
Sure.
There's always that person you know that goes, hey, we're going to watch this, and you're going to hate this and feel terrible, but for some reason you're going to watch like 50 more after we watch this one.
It's my favorite Freddy kill. Are the bones universal inside the dream world and out?
I believe so. Yeah, I'm not noticing any difference.
Yeah. There were just 2 more there. Okay, got it. Yeah. One of my favorite Freddy kills is the cockroach arms.
Oh, my God, yeah. One of the best.
Was it Debbie?
Yeah, Debbie, part 4. That's actually, like, I will acknowledge that part 1 and part 3 and the New Nightmare, if you really want to get into, like, the whole series, those are the best movies, but for whatever reason, part 4 is, like, my guilty pleasure. It's, like, my favorite one. It's the one I watch the most often.
It's also the most 80s.
I think that it really might be as simple as that. Yeah, Robert Englund once described it as the MTV nightmare, and I think that's, like, that's a really just wonderful way to put it. Yeah, it's just so visually interesting, that movie. The kills are like bananas, right? Like that cockroach scene stayed with me forever, man. I could like
All the time.
motherfuckers who barely watch these movies know about that scene.
Talking about lift weights and shit. Fuck out of here.
I don't think I've ever seen this Freddy. Oh, I guess that's supposed to be the worm.
Oh no.
Oh no, I have. He throws out the little tongue dicks. I remember. Yeah.
Dicks.
Yo, those. Tell me those are not fucking dicks with dick and balls jumping all over the floor.
I was with you. I do exactly. Tongue. Once you said tongue dick, I was like, yeah, I'm with you. I know what you mean.
God, who could beat this game? Who could play this legitimately? No one.
No one. Not a single person. These are not real people.
God, I love Game Genie Run. Why didn't we have this idea sooner?
Kill him.
Oh, he's going down. He's going down. This one's actually easier for me than the hand. I don't know why.
And what's weird is the way the screen blinks, you can never really tell if you're being hit or not. Like,
just gotta use those iframes, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, quick pause.
So, all right. Did you get a key out of there or no? We got a key.
Okay, so we got a key from the first two houses.
Yeah. So, are you going to keep going left?
No, I'm going right now.
All right.
So I got the first house and the second house.
Got it.
Because there's the second house right here. We actually did the second house first.
Yep.
All right, avoiding on all these enemies. Don't give a fuck. Wearing my boots. What the fuck, Frankenstein? What you doing over here?
So those policers. Thought maybe it was police cops. Maybe you can't go in there when you're dead.
What?
You can't go in there?
I'm pressing up. Nothing's happening.
That might be like the last house. Maybe.
All right, keep going.
Oh, that bird trying to shit rocks on you.
It's a shame you can't hear the tunes. The music's bumping.
All right, Freddy's coming.
Elm Street High.
Hey, can you go in?
It's not letting me.
That looks like some boss ass shit. All right, let's see. Now that you've covered the base mechanics, let's go to the order of houses. Like I was saying before, you hope you start out at house 1, then house 2. So you finished the randomized first 3 houses. What? Did we do 3 houses?
No, we only did 2.
So this walkthrough goes, let's hope you started out at house 1. You begin in front of, once you get that house, avoid fighting where you can on Elm Street to get to the next house, house 2, just in case. Complete the objective once again and fight the boss and avoid fights to get to the 3rd house. So we need to find whatever the 3rd house is.
Well,
This is pretty big, though.
maybe that 3rd house I needed to be asleep
Maybe.
because the door was blue instead of fucking.
Maybe. And you're asleep now, right?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go back. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Could be right.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that's what it was, because look.
That's an assumption.
Yeah, I mean you gotta think like a Nintendo game, right? So like color palette wise, maybe that door was blue because you can only go into it when you are in fucking sleepy sleep mode. Let's go.
You may be right.
I may a bit crazy.
Oh, Metallica's covering it. Cool.
Yeah. Why? You know what? Based entirely on that, they should cover it. Not this one.
Is that the same house?
No, that was a different one.
That was the boss house or whatever.
Oof.
Oh, look at the dodge. Look at it.
Oh. Damn, how many frames of damage do those rocks do?
So it was that's before this.
Yes.
We built the city.
We gonna beat this shit today, son. Why? Because we got infinite lives, son.
I mean, think about this, though.
All right, let's see.
No, still can't go in. Fuck. Do you have to do it in order?
Oh, I'm in. What the? Okay, interesting. Let's do it. House number 3.
What's crazy, though, is like thinking about how much stuff we just saw. There's still another house.
Mm-hmm.
There's still the cemetery, the junkyard, and the school. Like, there's no way anyone's beaten this game.
This game has never. We're gonna beat this game for the first time ever. No one's ever
We're
beat
the
this game.
first humans ever. Yes, exactly. We are standing on the precipice of greatness.
God damn it.
Well, maybe not that.
Oh no.
Cut that part out.
Jr. Edit in a graceful jump.
I don't want that kind of content, so
I'm gonna ask you to remove that kind of content, please, from this channel. I don't want to be associated with that kind of content. Let's go.
Oh, Freddy's coming. He's coming.
Can I get a weapon? I gotta fight this man with my fist.
Just straight up knuck if you buck.
He literally has a knife hand. This is ridiculous. No one would come up with this strategy.
I know what I'll do. I'll punch him in the face.
You know, sometimes you gotta throw hands. Shout out to the Hector Alonsos, wherever you may be in the world.
Yeah,
and
maybe
the Lark Voorheeses. We love you too.
Oh, Lark Voorhees. Maybe you guys are getting the bacon, egg, and cheese on a roll.
That's right.
You could be up there doing that because that's the thing.
Ooh, the coffee's starting to kick in. I'm feeling like real jazzed up. I'm feeling like I got merengue fingers. Ooh, my phone's ringing.
Oh, that's not the sound your phone
Time to
makes.
answer the call on the air.
Do it. Who are you?
Hello, girly girl.
You're on the air. What do you got? What do you want? This is the portion where Dan talks into the microphone in a one-way conversation while I stand here and entertain you somehow. This is me entertaining you. I've got a bell. I've got for some reason, a New York Yankees beer glass filled with water, high quality H2O. That's what all the streamers are drinking. Like, look, it's refreshing. Look at my pixelated. Actually, I think on the stream, my camera is frozen in like the most morpho face ever, which is hilarious. I think it's funny. What about you? Tweet me at morphoface.edu_nation.
You're gonna do awesome, Joe. But listen,
Dot.
let me check because I'm actually I answered this phone call on stream.
4, 8, 6, 7, 5.
No worries. I'm streaming with Steve. We're playing Nightmare on Elm Street for the Nintendo.
Jenny, I've got your number.
Oh, you've already been mentioned multiple times.
Yeah, you suck at Dr. Mario.
Steve says you suck at Dr. Mario.
Never gonna live that.
Check your email when you get a chance. I sent you a track.
Yeah, it's basically the Dr. Mario music reimagined, just with the sounds of your crying.
Okay. No, don't worry about it. Check it later.
It's a big dance hit.
All right. I love you. Bye. All right. Good news, everybody. That was Girly Girl checking in, letting us know that she got I forget the actual grading system that she said. Basically a 95 on her exam. So there you go. Whooping ass, taking names. There we go.
Do it. I have discovered that on this stream I have a frozen morpho cam, which looks great.
Oh my God, you do. Hold up, can we possibly?
Nah. Leave it. This is what it is.
All right.
This is what.
So Steve, I wanna show you something.
Show me.
You see that ledge right there?
I do.
Watch this. It's not a ledge. There is no jumping on that ledge. That is background. That is the wall.
Yes, that is not a real.
That is the wall. Fuck
Yeah.
me in my brain.
That's part of the thing. Maybe it is a ledge.
It's not a ledge. It's not a ledge. No.
Ledge. All right, 2 more bones. I like how the infinite lives you could just waste one right there.
You saw
'Cause
that?
because that would have been like, how many times would that have taken? That would kill games.
Yeah.
Like
That-
even managed to beat two houses,
Yep.
that ended your game.
Yep, and that's why it's placed there. That's the assholeness of it all. It's literally placed there to kill you. Ooh.
And you can't not get it.
I actually like the visuals of this house a lot. The color palette is really nice. You know what? I'm growing a new appreciation for this game.
I don't know, what was that yin and yang thing? Does that mean we get weapons?
I really don't know, dude. But it's like if Castlevania was shit, it would be this game.
Yeah, exactly. Castlevania would have added that you can get health from those torches.
Which, oh my god, we should do that on Game Genie Run. Oh my god.
It's on the list.
I mean, like, you know, I have pride in, like, my ability to beat levels in Castlevania, so it's not out of the realm of possibility that I could beat that game without doing a Game Genie Run, but it would be fun on a Game Genie Run.
Oh yeah, you can't be touched. Maybe they have, like, a longer weapon.
Dude, if they had, like, a no knockback code, oh my god.
That would change that would change the dynamic of the game.
Yeah, you're right. We're not changing fundamentals. Because it's
I'm
true.
I'm looking at this multi-tap for the Nintendo. I don't think I've ever seen this before in my life.
Oh man, can we get an image of what it looks like?
I can send it to you.
Here, send it over. I'll put it on screen.
All right, here we go. Whoa.
Oh shit, how am I gonna get that bone? I kind of just fucked up.
You fucked up. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
I got it. Ooh, that was hot. We're not gonna go down there though. We're gonna wait before we go down there.
I know. Just give me the pictures. Do not.
Stunagats. Uh-oh, falling asleep. It was nice to be awake while it lasted. Now we back in the sleep realm. Will it knock me back or will I get my bone? It knocked me back. Got it. Boom.
Shit.
This game would be undefeatable. I'm sorry. It's not possible to beat this game. No one has ever beaten this game. It has never been beaten by humans. But we will beat it today. I have never seen this zone ever. We are in territory of the game now that I've never seen. Which is actually kind of exciting. The music here is really good.
I wouldn't know. Why you gotta cheese me?
I mean, I'm just saying that it's fucking fly. That's all I'm saying. I'm not like saying poor Steve can't experience the tunes.
I mean, you might as well be.
Oh shit, Fistman.
Oh Jesus.
All right, we got Fistman. Hold up. After this boss fight, I'm gonna show y'all what that multi-zap looks like.
Yeah, no, that's not the right thing. So I'll get it again.
Holy shit, this fight is crazy. Who could win this? This is
No.
unwinnable. Actually,
This situation is untenable.
This is untenabri.
There we go. Okay.
I'm gonna just say it. I like Oblivion better than Skyrim. Come at me.
I mean, I don't know a single person with a brain who would disagree with that. The story is better. The level design is better.
Don't get me wrong. I don't hate Skyrim. Which I feel like, why does it gotta be one or the other? Why I gotta, to love one, I gotta hate the other one? I don't hate Skyrim. It's just
they're not as good at a game.
I like a deeper RPG. I like a RPG with, you know what? Yeah, I like a RPG with more obtuse mechanics. I like a RPG that makes you work for it a little bit.
I like to learn. I like to go, that's how I do that. All right, cool. I didn't know I could do that.
Oh my god. Which again, once you start getting into Dark Souls, I apologize in advance for all the time it's gonna steal from you. It's right up your alley, dude.
I'm thinking about, because they have it for Xbox, I think.
Yeah, they literally just put out the trilogy for Xbox One and PS4, so you could get all three games. In like one collection.
My girl works at a library, and she's in charge of like ordering the games and stuff. So I could just have her.
Oh, hype! Oh, that's great.
And then she just renews it.
That's awesome.
I got the new WWE game because I figured I would check it out. And gameplay wise, there's a couple of cool new things in there. So like I'm excited. Like I just played for a little bit. There's like a payback system, which is kind of cool. Like a lot more things. Graphically, it looks. I'm not sure if I like it more, if it looks worse.
Oh
It's
my
very
God.
strange.
All right, so did you send that image over?
I did.
Let's see. All right.
Disregard nonsense.
Okay. Which?
Yes, now
oh,
disregard
scroll-
all.
Oh my. Oh, what the? Jesus.
I had the copy image address by accident.
Oh, I see. Okay. So we're gonna take this, put this,
We're gonna do the thing.
How do
we're gonna
I-
do.
save to downloads. There we go. Perfect.
Save downloads.
Got it. All right. Here, this is me. I'm trying to be like a tick more interactive with the stream than usual. So we're gonna try this. Oh, Steve's camera now has completely disappeared. What is that about?
Yeah. Okay. Well, because you moved me and did other things on the thing.
Oh, I know because I minimized it. Right. I can't.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. Oh, you're giving.
Oh, now I'm here with the chat.
The chat is showing. I gotta turn it off.
Chat showing. Oh God, let me send you something embarrassing.
Okay. Oh shit. Well, if, we,
I'm popping now.
if we had planned that a little better, the image was right there. All right. Hold on. Image. Let's see. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. All I gotta. Yeah.
Go.
Image. Oh
Do-
shit. I got it. I got it. All right.
I'm jumping. I'm jumping.
Okay.
I'm jumping.
Image file. Browse. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Download.
Yeah. It was in the downloads folder right here. Boom.
There it is.
Oh shit. Your boy.
Bangers and mash.
Your boy making the stream interactive. Here we go. Bam, there it is on the screen. Bam. So that is the Nintendo multi-tap, which I can also. It's called the Fourscore. That's great.
I've never seen that before in my life.
I have never seen that either. I definitely didn't have that. I don't have any memories of playing this game with 4 people, so that would explain it. You know, I'm
Yeah.
like I never seen that
There's
before.
not a whole lot of games I can think of that were 4 players.
But if you think about this in terms of like how our bedrooms were set up as a kid to like try to play games and shit, this actually is kind of a nice design.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Could probably sit comfortable either on top of the console or like right next to it.
Yeah,
You know, kind of tucked.
Oh, it's got the little turbo on it too.
And actually, the fact that it tilts up like that on an angle is kind of genius if you think about it.
Yeah, because you don't have the stress of the wires coming up and then down. There's less pull on them.
I'm gonna say
Not bad, Nintendo.
not bad. You know what? Nintendo had a lot of well-designed peripherals, and this is one of them. Look at that. How about
Yeah.
that? All right.
Good job, Nintendo.
And you know what? And look, good looks on us for being fucking multimedia with the stream, getting in there.
Yeah,
Look at that. We're trying to make this a destination, folks.
yeah. Destination.
Okay.
on-
So, Steve, we beat House 3. What's next on the agenda?
Okay, so you beat House 3. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So you finished the randomized for 3 houses without losing a lot of lives. You're off to a great mid-game start. Now, at this point, the places you enter from this point are no longer random and stay in the same order each time you play. Up next, the junkyard.
The junkyard.
Before entering the place, please take a moment to breathe because things are about to get serious.
Well, they requested a moment to breathe.
Yes.
All right, I'm looking forward to that. Okay, makes sense. The junkyard. We got the bones now. We got to bury them, right?
Gotta bury him.
So, are we supposed to be Neil? Are we Neil?
I don't know. It doesn't say. But they keep talking about the Dream Warrior icons, so
Right. So are we supposed to be? Are we Joey? He
I
kinda,
think we're Joey then.
his head kind of looks like Joey. If I like
But
use my imagination.
Yeah, if he was a Dawkins.
I make excuses to come into the ward every day just to see you, Joey.
Joey.
I'm gonna take my titties out and then I'm gonna turn into Freddy, and it's gonna be real fucking scary.
Real scary. You don't know how much that fucked me up. Trying to goddamn maybe get one out right there and then
Oh my
turns
god.
into
Well, if that fucked you up, watch the documentary where they show because when they first did the scene, they had her with a Freddy head. It was her
Yeah.
tits and Freddy's head.
No, thank you.
I got in the junkyard. Oh shit, I've never been here before. Okay, this is cool. I'm kind of excited, actually. Leaping. Oh, look, it's a car. That's awesome.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
We are in a junkyard, so
Are we gonna have to do the skeleton fight? That would be if this has the skeleton fight. Oh my God, 10 out of 10, masterpiece. My opinion on this game is changing by the second. See, that's what's beautiful about Game Genie Run. I would
You get
never
to
see
see-
none of this because the game is so poorly designed that you couldn't possibly see this. Look at these skelly men.
Skelly man. Why don't we get free bones off them though?
Hey, chill out, Bone Daddy.
Wake up! Wake up!
So I'm considering a Grim Fandango stream with Annie. What do you think?
I think that'll be awesome. I also think a Rayman one would too.
Oh, what one?
Rayman?
Rayman? Oh, you know she's not big on platformers though. But I guess two players would mitigate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
or
gets
like a
kind of
Donkey-
frustrated, you know.
if you guys put Donkey Kong Country, you know, like maybe 2 or 3.
Oh God, I'm so bad at Donkey Kong Country though. I try.
I'm bad at the fucking when they put me in the mine cart. Good until they put me in the guy. Like now it's a roller coaster simulator.
When
and
I'm shelling out for the capture card pretty soon, because I mean obviously I'm doing this so much that like I want the flexibility to be able to play any system I'm in the mood to play.
yeah.
You know, I got that little taste of it with the PS4, and I'm just like, oh yeah, no, that's nice. That's nice. Being able to play whatever you want whenever you want is cool, because that will keep it from getting stale for me. You know, it's like, fuck it, just literally chase whatever mood I'm in. Like yesterday, or whatever it was. I don't even know if that was yesterday or the day before. I just did an hour of Dark Souls 3 on a whim, like really because I was playing so much Dark Souls 1 that like I was just wanting to. I was like, man, I want to stream Dark Souls. And that was the one that was available for me to stream, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna do it." So I did it. I made a character and did an hour. Like I don't know how often I'll even go back to that, but I was in the mood, so I did it. You know, and if that was across the board, like yeah, I could see. Fuck it, I'm hooking up the Wii U. I'm playing fucking Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Like let's do it. You know.
Or fuck it, I'm hooking up the goddamn Xbox 360 and playing like all of those. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
especially if you got all the arcade games still. You know.
Yeah, dude, that's like
The Castle Crashers, you know what I mean? How fun would that be on a stream?
oh my God, if we got Castle Crashers going like with all of us,
Yeah, like
that would be
be
so sick. Because you could play online on that. I think the servers is still up, probably, maybe.
Maybe.
Actually, I can't confirm that at all. That would be sick. Or like Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, or what was it? Kill Many Monsters or whatever.
Oh, kill robots or something. Kill.
Yeah, Kill Many Robots or some shit.
That game was awesome.
That game was fun as shit.
Yo, you remember that weekend that we got like fucking like addicted to that shit and we like beat half the game?
You have the game in like fucking 6 hours.
That was so fun. Yeah, and then we like tried to pick it up again another time and we like didn't get as into it
Yeah.
because we had to start over and we were like
Yeah. I already saw all this. I don't want to do this.
And
All right, one more. Like, who can pass this?
No one. It's unpassable. No one has ever seen the ending of this game. Much like when Eddie and I beat Eye of the Beholder as kids. We were the first people ever to see the ending.
Now there's a game that I have still yet to beat.
Oh my God, dude! And every time I've tried to, that game, I'm snake bit with that game on stream. I tried to stream it on multiple occasions. The first ever episode of Depression Run was me playing Eye of the Beholder 2, and I just played so terribly that I just like gave up after one episode. I was like, ugh. I'm like, clearly I'm bad at streaming. I'm never gonna stream again.
I love those games though.
They
There's
are
so
so
much
good.
to get at. But I think that those aren't conducive to streaming with it by yourself.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you need a.
Because there's so much focus that you really need to pay attention to.
Ugh, this is perfect. I love this game. I changed my mind. This game is great. You just gotta put in cheat codes. Putting cheat
Oh, yeah.
codes in this game is great.
They wouldn't have invented them if they weren't meant to be. If they weren't needed, they wouldn't put the ability to hack this.
Well, and I feel like this is a quality stream because, like, doing this Game Genie run, like, there's precedence for this because, like, this is basically a TV show now for people who grew up like us, you know. Hey, do you ever actually want to see the content in these games? Here we go.
Were you denied this pleasure as a child until you rage quit and sold the damn thing or traded it to your cousin for a fucking bases loaded 3? Because that's what I did.
Oh, I think I know what the next one is gonna be, Steve.
What?
I think we gotta do Karate Kid.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, my hand is shit. Yeah, it has to be.
Oh
It's
my
on
god.
the list.
Chopsticks fly catch.
Yeah. I am so glad that I beat Game Boy Simpsons. Oh my god, the Simpsons games.
Oh.
I haven't even made it past the first fucking level on some of them.
All right. So so what you're telling me is that this series has legs.
It has tons of legs.
Okay. We got.
This is the Stacy Keebler of the channel right now.
Oh my god. Yes. You know, and another thing that's cool about Game Genie, like, and I might have said this earlier. If I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. It's basically like you can use it as practice mode. You know,
Yeah.
you can practice these hard ass games and get better at them. All right, we've done the junkyard. What's next?
All right, next is oh shit. There's like moves and stuff that you could do. There's like jump kicks,
What?
depending on the icons that you have.
What? How do I jump
Yeah.
kick?
I don't know. It says you have the Shadow Warrior, Yin Yang Dream Warrior icon. Use him to fight the boss.
What?
It doesn't tell you how though.
Okay.
All right, next is the cemetery.
I live in a cemetery.
Need change.
When's the last time you thought about that song?
Long time ago. And yeah, what's crazy is I was listening to just music, and like I had a shuffle on of all of my songs. Sometimes I'll just do a shuffle of every song, and then Abuse Me came on, and I was like, oh, that's a nice little ditty.
That is a good ditty.
A nice little ditty.
Yeah, man. Cemetery is a good band. I feel bad for the other two guys in the band though. Like right when they were blowing up, this dude was like, I'm going solo. I'm gonna make some real tepid ass R&B music and show my abs.
I mean, you gotta figure the dude had fame at like 14. He was the centerpiece of it all. He's like a child star. There's no way he could have been a well-adjusted human.
Yep. Well, he was married to Natalie Imbruglia at one point, so he did something right.
That's a pretty good. See, but he fucked it up.
He did fuck it up.
I don't think he fucked it up. Who knows? She could have just been like, yeah, can we tour Torn together? Like, he's like, nah, I made some silly mistakes in my music career, but that's ridiculous. Natalie Imbruglia, tour.
Yeah, the Torn tour where she just plays Torn like 3 times and everybody goes, why do we pay money for this?
And it ain't even her song.
I know. And then oh my god, look at me just dying. And then I heard the original, and the original is dope. Like
the original is mad dope.
I was like, oh my god, it was like a rock song. It wasn't even a fucking pop tune.
Oh.
And I was like, oh shit, that's interesting because I always, oh my god.
See, how could you beat this?
This level is
How
giving.
could you beat this?
This level is giving me a mollywhopping. I'm also kind of like I'm talking more than I'm playing right this second, so I'm not doing a very good job. But yeah,
how could you though?
I'm supposed to jump on this bubble, I guess. Oh my god, no man, hold on. Jumping on this. Who the fuck? Oh, tried to time it. Oh, and it breaks too. Oh,
Are you just stuck?
No, I gotta go like this. Oh my god.
Yo, if you were stuck forever.
No, I could do it.
Nice, but imagine that. That would be our luck.
You want to talk about live killer? What if you got to this? What if you worked your ass off to get to this zone and you had 1 life left, and that's what you come up against?
Be fucked. Or right there, like the ghost is right on your ass.
Nah, so,
you know you're gonna get hit.
Nah, I jumped him. Boom.
Ooh.
So this game is about pattern recognition. I see that now. Don't fight. Just run. Fucking learn the patterns of the levels and jump through everything. Use your iframes. You know?
All right.
Oh, this looks really cool. Let's go, Frederick. Oh, Ghost Sheep Freddy.
Sheep Freddy. That is Condom Tip Freddy.
Okay. Freddy in the sheets. Captain Freddy of the Sheet Brigade.
Pew pew.
I wish I really knew. Wish I knew how to do my Dream Warrior jump kick.
I don't know, man. It just says, once again, I recommend using the Shadow Warrior Yin Yang Dream Warrior icon to defeat him. Is there like a select button?
Oh, I
Where,
pressed select. What? Did you just see that?
No, I didn't.
Look.
It did that thing where it blinks away.
Look.
Oh
Look.
shit!
Look.
No.
Look.
Weaponry.
I pressed select and now I got fucking spikies.
Press select again, or you think it'll go away?
I don't know. I'm scared. I'm gonna just stand in this corner and fucking tukutu. I said tukutu.
And now it's even easier. Sheep Freddy don't know what he's missing.
Get bopped. Oh shit, I got killed.
Yeah, you got bopped.
Get bopped, Sheep Freddy. Get bopped.
Sheep Freddy.
Give me my key.
E.
Yo, and my outfit changed. Did you see that? I had like Dooku shorts on.
Dooku shorts.
All right, what's next?
You gotta go to that house. Freddy's house.
The house. Okay, that was this way, I believe.
Yeah, the one that was all boarded up.
Oh shit, so the school is last. Interesting.
So
I would have thought Freddy's house would be last, but what do I know?
maybe you gotta get something from there. And
Oh,
then
that
come back.
makes sense. This is Freddy's house, of course.
Of course.
Okay. Oh shit, here we are. Give me my yin yang.
That's the Dream Warrior.
I want that. I'm gonna come back for that. I'm gonna get that. Now that I know I get the Dooku shorts.
Look, what, the Lycra isn't good enough for you? Lycra Fist?
Nah, Lycra Fist and Lycra Fist. All right, we're gonna name every power. So there's Lycra Fist. There's Dooku
Yeah.
shorts.
Lycra Fist, Dooku shorts, and that's all I know thus far. But how is Lycra Fist not fucking like Steel Panther type band?
Lycra Fist.
Lycra Fist.
I would check him out. I would see him on the Glam Slam Metal Jam. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, Glam Slam Metal Jam. Damn.
That's a pull. These motherfuckers don't know. They don't know about the Glam Slam Metal Jam.
That's where I learned that fucking Warrant was Pantera.
Yo, you don't be knowing. If you don't know that, you don't know that Warrant is Pantera. Pants Warrant for life, son.
And torn it like a motherfucker. Blew my goddamn little mind.
I was not, well. Who could be expecting? No one could
No
be
one.
expecting Pants Warrant. You gotta see Pants Warrant to know what that is.
I was very, and I was shocked and I was dismayed. But it was also the best thing I've ever done.
Another shout out to the Hector Alonsos as always. We love you. Steve, can you do me a favor? Can you just pop in on Twitch and just make sure we're still on?
We're there. I got it up.
All right, cool. Yeah, because I just realized I didn't have my OBS up for a second. Ah, there we go. I like seeing that we're still on. Makes my,
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's a safety net thing.
puts my heart at ease.
You know, there's a way to make the
on.
Xbox One a capture card. I just figured out.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, like, you have to like jack it into the machine, the computer still?
No, for the program, no. If I wanted to make it a capture card, all I would need is an external hard drive, and that's it.
Oh, and then like you go hook another system up to your Xbox? Or are you talking
confused.
about like it just streams Xbox?
I could just record the gameplay like that and then edit it like that. I'm talking about just making it into a... Because the settings on the Xbox alone, if you try and capture video in any way, shape, or form, it only gives you like a 5-minute option, a 3-minute option. Like it tries to save your space.
Yeah, the PS4 is cool. It actually is just always recording your gameplay, and then I guess it goes to like the cloud or whatever, and then you can take it and put it on a hard drive from there. And I don't know how long it records for, but that's just sort of like a thing that's always happening. I don't really use that feature, but it's there. I've saved some video clips before though. Like I had a really cool clip of my first Father Gascoigne fight in Bloodborne when I finally beat him, and it's fun to go back and watch it because you see how much better you get at the game. Is this dude invincible? Are you invincible?
So he looks like one of those ones that just take. Oh, hit him with the Lycra Fist. Not Lycra Fist.
No.
Shorts.
Dooku shorts is being saved for boss only.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like that program that I just basically sends via the network your gimmick to your computer, to your Mac. And there's no latency, so it's literally as if I'm playing my Xbox on my computer. So I'll just capture the screen like that, and it'll be fun.
That's really cool. That's super
Yeah,
cool.
I just have to get it. So
So
then I can play
does-
all my Xbox games like that.
Well, that's my question. Does that program only work with Xbox, or is it like does it work with
I
other things?
don't know. The only one I know is Xbox. So
So when you get your hands on that program, you let me know.
Yeah.
You let me know
Yeah,
what its potential is, because because that's a $20 option. Even if it just works with, like, if I could do it with 360, even that would be worth $20.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
You know, even though that being said, I just gotta plunk down for the fucking capture card already. I gotta stop. I'm being cheap on the wrong thing. No, it's not even that I'm being cheap. It's that there's always things to spend money on, and you gotta like free up the exact amount of money you need. You know.
I blame the school system.
That's right. I always blame the school system. Here we go. Bone Man.
Make no bones about it.
Oh God, no! Don't do it, Steve.
We're winning.
Not you two. Not you two, Steve. Not this way.
I made my bones playing Freddy on Elm Street.
There will be no puns in this house. Oh, did you see that duck? Oh, did you see?
Yeah, it quacked me up.
All right, listen. We ain't had squabbles in a long time, you and I, but we about to have squabbles.
But I don't want that. I don't want that content.
I don't want that. I don't want that kind of content. That shit's got legs, man. That's gonna go for a long time.
So red ones, they just made completely invincible because that's what that game needs. That's what this game needs. This game needs enemies that cannot be bested in any way, shape, or wow, really?
Did you see that?
Did that just kill you? Fuck out of here. So you're gonna have to jump. Boo.
Oh my God.
Who learned?
This
Game
game.
devs? Who learned?
Yo, this game. You're welcome. You're welcome for coming here and seeing this game played to completion for the first time ever in the history of time.
Yeah, I would be excited to watch you play Breath of the Wild from Ka, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Like literally it's gonna happen. We're planning it out. Like I said, just getting the money together, you know.
Well, once you have the capture card, start from Zelda 1 and then just every single Zelda you own.
I mean, I could.
Almost for them, I think.
I could, and at this point, I could probably beat Zelda 1 in like a straight stream. Like, you know what I mean? That game is pretty well mapped out in my brain. I just beat it on the Switch. Like, it was the funniest thing. Switch Online started, so I sat down to see. It's like, oh, what Nintendo games come with Switch Online? And I was like, oh, Zelda's there. I was like, let me just check this out for a minute. I look up, it's 2 hours later. I'm in fucking Dungeon 6. And I'm like, oh, shit. I got like 2 rows of hearts, and I'm like...
He's red. You can't beat him.
Oh, all red enemies are... Okay, I see.
Well, I mean, we're wearing red. We're Lycra Fist, goddammit. Why can't... See, you cannot survive.
There is no survival. But I've made my peace with the no survival aspect of this game now. So now it's changed, because now I know that there is no survival. So now I'm just jumping through damage. Let's just go. I'll tank all your shit. My 4-4 will make sure your children do not meet maturity.
Get him. Oh, that was skillful.
Yeah, you saw that? Ooh, Koofies. Koofies.
Oh my God. Kofi Kingston?
Wow, the boyhood dream. Kofi Kingston, yes. Push him to the moon.
Push him to the moon, 100%.
Oh, man, yo, shout outs to Roman Reigns.
Yo, for real.
That's some shit, man. That's some shit. I've been hard on that dude as a professional wrestler, but, damn, it's fucked up when real life gets in the way, like, shamefully hating on people, you know?
Yeah, I like how the crowd did not know what to do first.
Well, they were ready to just do standard Roman Reigns, and then he started like talking, and then they were like, "Oh shit, we can't boo him right now. We gotta." Actually, props to the crowd, I gotta say, except for that one dickhead. Did you see that one dickhead when he was going up the ramp? Yo, Roman, sign my poster. It's like, yo, my man just announced on national television that he is fucking his blood is being eaten alive on the inside by microorganisms.
But I mean, his hands work though.
He gotta sign your poster. My man has cancer cells eating him alive. And
what little energy he has to fight a horrible disease
he's going to spend signing your poster of Braun Strowman.
Like, fuck off, dude. Like, my blood just started boiling. And like, I gotta say, like, mega props to WWE because they did it, like, I mean, obviously, they've always been good at the respect for their own thing. Like, you know, whenever somebody has to...
As much as you can, putting it on TV. Like, if you can get... Some people can get past the fact that they would put it on TV, which, I mean, if that's your argument, whatever, you don't really understand wrestling and you don't understand wrestlers because there would be very few people who would want to keep a moment like that private because it's like talking to their family.
Yeah. Well, right, and yeah, like you said, if you don't get it, you don't get it, and it's a waste of time to even try to explain it, right? Like, because they're not gonna get it, right? He gets to address the people not as his character, but as himself, and just say his piece. Like, as soon as I saw him in street clothes and the look on his face, I was like, oh, I thought he was just injured. I was like, okay, he's hurt. Cause
the chain. When I saw the chain is what really kind of like that's not Roman Reigns, like to rock like a gold chain, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought he was just gonna come out and be like, oh, you know, my shit is ruptured. I'm gonna be out for a year. Peace. I thought it was gonna be one of those. I didn't know it was gonna be. I've been battling with leukemia for a fucking decade. Like, what? I wasn't ready for that shit at all.
I knew about. I feel like I knew about the leukemia before. Like, I feel like that's something that I've heard about, but this, like, no one expected this.
Yeah, man, it was tough. It was a tough moment. You know, whatever. We had a little dinky channel that, like, oh, this we are ninjas. We are ninja men. We are ninja men.
We are ninja men.
So, all right. So, what is this one called?
Ninja men.
Ninja men. Oh, that's what it's.
I mean, you go with the instinct. Go with the gut.
All right, here we go.
Just Dooku shorts and ninja men.
Dooku shorts, lycra fist, ninja men.
Yeah.
With a bachelor's degree in jump kicks.
Bachelor's degree in kickonomics.
But yeah, so like, you know, I just wanted, even though it was a dinky stream that a couple people watch, but I want that archived. Yo, Roman Reigns, do your thing, bro. Go get healthy. Hopefully come back and fucking be the baby face that they've been trying to make you forever, you know?
Either way, we'll be waiting. It's one of those things that people won't know what they had until it's gone. It's the John Cena argument, too. It's like you're not going to know what you have until you don't have it.
Yeah, man. For me, that's the Edge argument. I thought I hated Edge as a professional wrestler. As it turns out, I just love to hate him. You know?
Yeah, and you got worked. You know what I mean? You got worked so good, and a lot of people did him.
Yeah, man.
And that's okay. It just means he's really good at his job.
Yeah, exactly. Because as soon as he wasn't around no more, I was like, man, there's something missing on this TV show. Oh, it was Edge's hateable face.
It's just he was just such a prick. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what's next. Now that we just waxed his house. All right, let's see. Freddy's head and glove. Okay, we just beat at that. Elm Street High School. The madness begins here. Wow. Okay.
Wait, we didn't even get to madness yet? What, the rest of the game's been easy? Oh my God.
You'll start collecting bones in 3 different areas. Prepare yourself. Your sleep meter will definitely drop to 0 in this level. So watch out for Freddy or you might lose it all before you even beat it. Once you've collected all the bones for the 3 areas, brace yourself. All of those bosses you've beaten are back and meaner than ever. That's right. You have to fight every boss you've already beaten. And this time around, you will not receive anything from the bosses.
Oh my God. Okay, fair enough. Let's go.
So we can confirm that this is even more so an impossible game to beat.
Yeah. Oh, this is insanity. This game is insanity. I don't know. What are they even doing?
Because after surviving all of that, say by some miracle of divine luck that you have made it to this point with all of your continues, you still have life, you've done it without any cheats, nothing. You have to fight all 3 bosses again. Or, I'm sorry, all 4 bosses again before fighting the big boss.
I was going to say, but that better not be the end of it. That better be like a last fight.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh, my God. Oh, well,
Bitchers.
Hold on. We've reached the end of the game. I can't possibly make this jump.
until it. Believe in yourself, man.
Believe in the heart of the cards.
Believe that. Dana. Donna. Donna. Donna.
Oh my God! Did you see Seth Rollins? My man.
Yeah, he was all fucked. He was fucked up.
Come on, how am I supposed to get that? That jump is impossible.
See, I would have liked to have seen the heel turn happen with Roman in some way, shape, or form.
Right. Nah, but I mean, I understand my man not wanting to do not wanting to work. You know?
Oh no, not that. He wouldn't even have to take a bump. Just have Roman come out and like hold Seth. You know what I mean? And give him the old stare down. Something, just a little bit more tension. Something that would have just made him a super mega heel for Dean Ambrose. Give him a little goose. I think as a professional wrestler, Roman would have done that for Dean. It would have helped Dean make more money.
Dude, but I think it was masterfully executed. Like that was
okay.
That was the most angry I feel like I've heard a crowd at a WWE show in forever. Like they were fucking pissed. The dump button was flying with how much people were cursing in the crowd.
Good.
Yeah, man. No, it was. I thought it was masterful to pull the turn there. Like I thought it was masterful. Like here's the thing. They're in show business. Show must go on. It fucking sucks. Nobody wants that to happen. Everybody's sad. Roman's gone. It's fucking terrible. You know, all that shit is a given. Now we get back to business. How do you capitalize? How do you spin the negative of Roman Reigns as having to be off TV into a positive? You literally have them win the emotional "this is for Roman" match. Put the straps on them so they're fucking champions together.
Yep.
Like no one in the crowd is thinking about a turn at that point. You effectively eliminated the possibility of a turn by making them champions, and then you do the turn anyway. Awesome.
Yep. I just would have the one thing I would have added, and it's the devil's in the details. You just have Roman come out to congratulate them, and then he does the turn, and then you have Seth in Roman's arms.
Right. Yeah. Right, and Roman's looking up the ramp like, motherfucker, how could you do this now?
Yeah. At this moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But like I said, I think if Roman...
It's not necessary, but it would have just gave a little extra for when Roman does come back, too.
Right. Well, but for me, that probably just comes down to, did Roman want to do anything else that day? You know, he might have just been like...
Yeah. I'm going home.
I'm going home now. Yeah. Which
could very well have been that.
Which is all, you know, I mean... It's fine. It's all fine. Yeah, that would have been amazing, though, right? Oh, my God.
Yeah. Just a little bit more. And I think Roman would have done it. And, like, for people who would say, oh, that's, you know, why would you do that? That's tacky. People don't understand. The people who say that don't understand professional wrestling or professional wrestlers. They don't understand that that's his road buddy. That's his brother. If he can be in a position to make his family more money and put them in a better position, he would have done it. 100%.
Yeah, man. I mean, right. That's what I'm saying. So to me, either nobody thought of that, which I'd like to think that would not be the case, or maybe just Roman just wasn't like in that headspace. Maybe he left.
Nobody wanted to ask.
Yeah, right. No, yeah, you're right. Who would ask?
Yeah, it would be one of those things where it's like, you know, nah, you know what? We don't. It wasn't something that was needed. You know, and at that point, you're just trying to make it through the day.
Yeah, exactly. Man, but fucking Ambrose is a tough dude because he swallowed that shit.
Oh, you could tell he was swallowing that shit.
Yeah, I know, and he was swallowing, and you could see him swallowing. Like, he couldn't, you know, he's a human being, but
yeah,
he was tough, man. I appreciated his toughness, and it was like it felt because he was being so tough, and Rollins was being so emotional. It felt very human. It felt very real. It was like, wow, man, these are his boys. These are his boys, and they are literally just processing this information the same way we are.
I'm sure that they knew before he went out there, but still, that doesn't change the like.
Mm-hmm. Well, it probably became much realer for them once they were standing in front of people, like doing the fucking shield fist, you know.
Yeah, Seth didn't even care. He's like looking at the camera, like just like get that shit out of my face, pretty much.
It was cool to see his human face, right? It made me appreciate him as an actor because, like, I'd never seen his face in that shape before. You know?
Yeah. All long and
yeah. It's like, man, you literally put on a face on TV, like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, very emotional. Like,
really good moment that's going to be talked about. I mean, obviously the content and the text of it is not good, but it'll be a moment that is well remembered and cherished by wrestling fans and anybody with a heart.
Yeah. I mean, and it's times like that though when I love our group of friends because obviously I had an emotional reaction. I teared up. Everybody, I'm sure, watching had an emotional reaction. But within 10 minutes, I was texting with Sean Greeny, and we were both like, "Damn, kind of wish they took the leash off your boy, because as it turns out, he can cut a fucking promo." That was a great promo. I was like, dude.
It's real, man. I mean, it's easy to draw from real life, so why not do it? Like, have him come back as Joe. I mean, you won't, because I get it. You've already branded him as Roman Reigns, and there's more money in Roman Reigns.
Yeah. No, but I thought it was cool at least that they let him say his name on TV. It was cool. You know?
Yeah, I didn't, it was cool just to have. They handled it very classy. For all the shit that WWE gets for things that they don't handle very well, and believe me, there's tons of stuff that they don't handle well. Sometimes they get it fucking right.
Yeah.
And in this case, I think they got it right. They were respectful about it. They presented it in a way that was tasteful, which if anyone is a WWE fan and has been watching for years, tasteful isn't something that they're on the pulse of a lot. So
yeah,
it was nice to see.
I know it's been funny to me to watch the angle with Trish and Lita and Alexa Bliss, because you can see how much more comfortable Alexa Bliss is working in this environment and like finding her ways to be like edgy and cool and all that. And Trish and Lita, it's like, boy, it's a lot harder when you can't be half naked, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot harder when you have like fucking shit shoved to you, your fucking tits shoved to your neck,
Yeah. No, it's really interesting. And, that's not to say that they won't put on a quality match or, be entertaining. But in terms of this build-up, like, you can just see it's like those are two performers who are not used to being in a PG environment.
Not even just that. They're not used to not being the alpha dogs. Mm-hmm. Not being the thing that everybody fawns over, All
right, here we go. Megasonic boss fight.
All three bosses. Don't forget. What did we call him?
Ninjaman.
Ninjaman.
Okay, so this mechanic of being able to switch your powers is essential to playing this game if you were going to try to do it the real way, because that fist, it ain't happening.
Which we didn't learn until much.
God bless the Game Genie run. So I have a question for you, Steve.
I have an answer.
What are your thoughts on the Saudi Arabia situation?
I think they go because I agree with the sentiment that things don't change unless people are exposed to different things, to different cultures, to different ideas. I am in no way, shape, or form excusing the death of a journalist and the way that all of that stuff is being handled. But that's something that don't put the WWE in a position where they're supposed to be doing the State Department's job. If the State Department and the government have an issue with it, issue a traveler. Take it out of the WWE's hands. You know what I mean? I think it's ridiculous the fact that WWE is taking the brunt of the criticism here, where if our government should take a certain amount of criticism here for sure. I think you go. That's just me, because the little kids need to see something different. The next generation of people need to see that there's a different way of doing things. That you can present these larger than life heroes, these people who can overcome. A guy like fucking John Cena, his message is important to children. And I think there's no other place where magic barely exists in fucking countries where things like fucking miracles barely happen, to show a guy who performs miracles for people and presents himself like a superhero. What other place and what other time in the world is a superhero needed more than in that place? So that's why I say they go.
You know, it's a compelling thought, man. It's a compelling thought. I don't have a strong feeling either way. I can't say that I'm staunchly yes they should go, or like I'm like, oh fucking, you know, because here's the thing. To be like, oh, they killed this fucking journalist, cancel the show. If you didn't think some sus shit was going on in these parts of the world, if you, like before this happened, like this is the incident that tells you that maybe they shouldn't be over there, bro. Like I hate to break it to you, like don't start looking too closely at the suspect shit that we do. You know what I'm saying? Right here at home, there's suspect shit happening everywhere, man. Like
it's critical.
Yeah, I like where you're coming from in the angle of like, hey man, let these kids see this and get like hope in their hearts and maybe chase some dreams. Like I dig that. I would understand if they didn't go. I don't think it would be the worst decision ever to not go. You know, but the show is booked and it's been booked and I fucking do it. You know, to me it's more like it's beyond this show. If you want to take a stance where you're like, well, that's unacceptable and we don't want to do business with people that are you know, behaving in this way, then you know what, maybe you sever ties with the relationship going forward. But it's booked, it's advertised, it's all fucking paid. They already made their money, right? You know what I mean? Do the show.
That is going to cause a certain amount of issues too. If Saudi Arabia wants the money back, and it's
well, like for me, actually, I'm actually going to pause for a second just to hit this for a second. For me, like, there's this whole thing going on right now because there's this like band that's playing at Dingbats. I don't know if you've heard about this. That
I know the place though.
Yeah, I've played. Yeah, I played it before and stuff. This band that's got like hate speech in their lyrics, and they're like, you know, it's becoming this whole controversy of like, should the venues like let them play and blah blah blah, and like, you know, everybody would expect me to be like, oh, well, fuck that venue for letting them play there, because fuck that venue for letting a band with fucking hate speech play. But my feelings are very mixed, because as much as I don't want anything to fucking do with a band that's up on stage saying shit like that, and as much as like if I was on a bill with a band like that and I found out that that's what they did, I would pull my band off that bill 100%. I'd be like, I'm not playing with that band. Hell fucking no.
Yeah.
At the same time, I don't believe in censoring people's artistic expression. Is it a corny artistic expression? Is it whack? Do I think you should not go to the show? Yeah, stay the fuck home. Don't fucking go. I don't think it's on the venue to police them, though. If the venue wants to make a stand, I support that stand. Good for you. But I don't think they have to.
Yeah.
I don't think they have to. And it's an interesting thing. Like, man, because I want to be like, yo, fuck those guys. Because, I mean, like, for real, fuck those guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got a platform, you're making music, and that's what you do with it. It's pretty fucking small, dude. But, like...
without talking to those people, I don't know what they're... Maybe they're doing it artistically in a way to provoke thought about it. And
right. Well, and that's the thing. Right. Without knowing their intention. Yeah. That's the gray area that I'm coming into. Is that as an artist, I feel a right to protect the artist, no matter what their art is, no matter how stupid I might think it might be. You know what I mean? Like, like it was like, you remember when Giuliani fucking stopped that painting, the dude that painted the Virgin Mary and shit, and he stopped the painting from showing. And, like, come to find out that it literally goes back into his culture, that's how they used to paint in his fucking culture. Yeah, so it's like, all of a sudden, this thing that you're putting under the guise of being disrespectful, you come to find out it's not. Now, I don't know how that translates to, fucking, you know what I'm talking about, being a fucking racist in a band. Like, I don't know. I don't think those two equate, but...
Well, I don't know if they're... Like, you know how... Zappa or guys, they would be performance more. Now, are these people trying to say those things to get people to hate the hate speech?
whether it's right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Where they're trying to create a character and give people an outlet or a target to hate.
Yeah, you have to see the what's behind their intentions. And like, I wish
Which
that,
I don't know.
I wish that we were more like that as a culture instead of being so knee-jerk reactionary. Like, if I was the venue and this band came to my attention, oh shit, I think it's about to get real. That's what I would want to do. I would want to sit down and talk to the motherfucker and be like, why are you doing this? What's this about?
What's up? Have a conversation with them. And maybe that's what happened.
And then, and for me, if I heard that conversation and I didn't like what was being said, I wouldn't book them.
I have something to tell you about this off the air because I realized that there's a more personal connection to this story, and some of the pictures that they posted were incorrect and had to be taken down.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. So, the bones are going in. We'll talk about it off the air.
Did we do it?
Did we just do it? Because that was if so, that was kind of anticlimactic. I whooped his ass.
Right. We was in the middle of talking and shit.
All right.
It's a lot of bones.
So the evil is purged, the fire purifies all, the bones are ashes, soon to be dust. Freddy is dead, and the nightmare is ended.
Or is it?
Is it?
Hit us with, or is it?
Or has it? Oh!
I was about to say, better hit us, or has it? All right.
Is that the end of the game?
That's the end of the game.
Fucking A, we did it. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Better ending than Friday the 13th. I'll say that. Fucking A. All right. Guys, that was Nightmare on Elm Street for the NES.
It's bested, defeated, destroyed.
Steve, I think this is our best work so far. The Game Genie run is where it's at.
Game Genie run. I keep doing this motion, but I'm frozen on the screen, so I'm just doing it for myself. Game Genie run.
Game Genie. Is it like Strike Force Wisconsin? Game Genie run.
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of similar.
All right. So we're gonna call that the stream.
I like how Freddy's throwing up the gang signs. Like yeah.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Freddy, Elm Street, son.
Yeah.
So if you watch this live or if you catch this later and you have anything you want to say about any of the shit we talked about, comments are cool. Fucking emails are cool. Get in touch. Like, the only way you learn how to better process information is through open discourse. Never be afraid to talk about things, man. Even if you end up being incorrect, even if you learn a thing or two and have your mind changed, there's nothing wrong with that. Even if somebody straight up schools you and gives you information you didn't have and changes your way of thinking, that's good. You have to dive into things and you have to feel and care. I think it's becoming this thing where we're all so afraid to project how we feel because we're afraid of the ridicule of others, right? Because it's so easy to be ridiculed now. But fuck that. Here, we talked about it. It may come find information that makes anything we just said, we might look like idiots in 20 minutes at once I talked to Steve off the air. And this stream is out there forever now, and that's fine. You got to do it. You got to talk about things. You got to learn from each other. Don't be afraid of real topics. Just live a fucking complete life, and
don't be afraid of being wrong.
Yeah, don't be afraid, man. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to have your mind changed,
Yeah.
Just
unless it's about bacon, egg, and cheese on it.
That's not a thing.
Not even a little bit.
All right, be blessed. Have a good day. We out. Peace.